be my biggest public land buck yet. Oh my gosh. I just hit him and like, my hands are numb.
My name is Nikko, and I hunt all the public land just about for the hunt. And I have been hunting a lot of local properties throughout the 2019 season. Started off kind of on a low foot. I shot at a doe and I hit her low. It was not fatal. Found some blood, wasn't very much, and I actually saw her not too long afterwards, and she was doing fine. But that's, as a bow hunter, that's always something you don't want to have. A couple weeks after that, I was able to take as you've probably seen on episode 1, I was able to take a doe at about 55 yards with my bow off the ground, and that was a real pick-me-up. But after that, for the rest of October, I didn't have a shot at another deer. I made mini sets. I made, I don't even know how many miles walked in search of public land whitetail that eluded me for the rest of my October season. But coming into November, I was just feeling beaten down. I'd put so much time and so many miles into this season, and it was starting to wear me out. My wife was very supportive and was telling me, you need to get out, you need to hunt, you need to get out, you need to go. So I was feeling inspired. I got out. I was going to go hunt a spot that I knew was a good travel corridor with a lot of movement.
Windy day, it's pretty warm. I got to where I wanted to set up, and I ran into a couple guys on bikes, and they were not very nice. What we got is, over here, we got a cornfield. It's been cut, and just down from it a little bit is a cornfield that's got like one strip of corn still, one row, still standing. There's a lot, it looks like a lot of traffic coming through. So we have the cornfield, a lot of traffic coming through right in front of me. We're going to try some rattling and some grunts in that. It's only 1 o'clock. I'm hoping to catch some midday movement and then maybe that movement right at the end of the day.
So I made the walk, got tucked into a little thicket of brush on a travel corridor between 2 cornfields and a fence row of trees. Had a couple does come out early. Started getting cold, wind changed, but my thermals were pulling my scent directly down into a strip cut, which is exactly what I had planned for. So, decided to do some calling and some rattling. I had talked to Jan earlier in the day after he shot his buck, and he said that was working for him. So I figured, why not? You know, can't hurt anything at this point. So I give a couple grunts, a couple rattles, try to be as realistic as I can. I'm on the ground, so I rattle my antlers, I beat them on the ground, scrape some trees. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see this buck thrashing a sapling off to the side, just tearing it up. The wind picks up and I can smell him. This musky old buck. He comes walking up to almost 7 yards, swagging side to side, neck kind of stretched out, looking. And I was already drawn back and ready. And at about 7 yards, I loosed my arrow.
Oh my god. I just pegged a buck. It might have been a little bag. Oh Lord. Oh my god. I think the camera unfocused.
It made a good shot, double lung, and he only ran about 50 yards. The only downside was because of the angle I was at, I had to shoot upwards. So that upwards angle didn't lend to a good blood trail at first. So I actually called Jan and Drew to come out and help me track the deer.
Alright, well, so I shot that buck. We finally found some good blood right here. I was down in a little like Culver shot up. I think I hit him about mid, exited kind of high, and he wasn't bleeding real good for the first probably 60, 70 yards. But now we're on some good blood, so luckily Drew's out here with me now. Jan's on his way, and this is probably the biggest deer that I've shot on public land, so it's real important. I'm super excited. I'm thinking he's probably just right over here in this little thicket. Hey guys, so tracked him down. He did not run nearly as far as I thought he did. He was right there in those bushes, and he has way more mass than I thought he would. He's a solid 3.5-year-old deer. Easy. Public land. He's still got some fuzzies from rubbing before I got him. I couldn't be more blessed to be able to take this guy home. And I don't know, man, there's a lot went into hunting public land and trying to be successful on a mature whitetail. This just kind of brings it all home for me. I haven't had a good mature deer in 2 years, and this settles up a lot of work and effort. And I don't know, I'm just emotional and happy. And I don't think it could have came out better.
That's probably one of my favorite hunting experiences, is having two buddies out in the woods helping me pull my biggest public land buck out of the woods. That experience alone caps off my 2019 season. If I don't shoot anything else from this point, I will be happier than a clam. For this year, this season for me has been a lot of firsts. I'm almost always a solo hunter, so taking on hunting in coordination with other people, even if we're hunting alone, we're still hunting together because we're a group, we're sharing our experiences, and that's all new for me. Filming everything has been new. It's been a great experience, and being able to bring it to you guys and share it with you guys has been a blessing on my end as well. I've learned a lot about myself as a hunter through this whole experience.